Okay, so it's going to be your guys' turn, and when you know what you're going to do, stand up, okay? Remember, the way that the Warsaw Pact is governed, he's in charge, you do what he says. Now, whether he listens to you or not, that's his choice, or asks for your opinion, but you ultimately have no say. Hungary, do you understand what you must do this turn?
No.
Okay.
You must leave.
I have to leave?
Yeah, no
You're
one
gonna
likes
have
it,
to
yeah.
attempt to leave.
Why?
Okay.
Kicking you out.
So,
You're out there.
in 1956, the nation of Hungary, which is right here on the map, that's next to Austria, they are a Warsaw Pact country. The Soviets pretty much run their country. For example, they had a president that the Soviet Union did not like, and the Soviet Union sent a guy to Hungary, and they sat down the president of Hungary they didn't like and said, hey, you're sick. You need to come to the Soviet Union for treatment. You need to resign as president. And he wasn't sick. That was just the cover story that they were firing him. So he had to basically go on TV and tell his country, I'm really sick and I need to go get special treatment in the Soviet Union, so I have to quit. That's how the Soviet Union rolls. Now they put a new guy in charge who was elected. Okay? Nagy was his name. He wanted to reform Hungary and was sick of the Soviet Union bossing them around, having this secret police who would arrest everybody who didn't like what they said about him. And he said, we need to reform Hungary. And he wanted NATO's help, or at least their protection, to leave the Warsaw Pact. Now you can decide if you want to go be neutral with Harrison and company, or join NATO. And you leaders of your alliance systems have to decide what, if anything, you're going to offer or threaten him with for leaving. But since Hungary really did try and leave in 1956, you're going to need to either go neutral or NATO. And you can talk to these leaders. He doesn't have a choice, so don't hold it against him. That's what happened. You can offer him protection or say, hey, Soviets, if you invade him or attack him, this is what happens. If someone else chooses to leave, like Canada's trying to do, you can absolutely go to them and say, listen, Canada, yes, you can try and leave, but here's a consequence of that. Okay? So here's the mic, and you guys can talk all you want.
We should offer them hold on for and if they don't agree with that, then you say the position where people will all
I have to leave.
No, hey, why are you not talking to her?
Because I don't want to be over there. That's stupid.
So do they.
These three powers.
Gonna bomb me. I
Let's just
think
team
they
up and
will.
So who's going to save you?
I'm gonna bomb you, no?
Now you're
So
stuck.
here's the other side. If you guys want to help him, or just
We are
because what's Trevor going to do when someone tries to?
What do you want me to do?
Just
I
call
have
the
to be over
invader
here.
and kill him.
Just don't even
We
care.
can sit there and annex
Do you want to help him or say, sorry dude, you're on your own?
get the drive off of this.
Because what you have to think of is if anybody else is thinking about receiving them, they're going to watch what happens this week. And if this country turns into a mushroom cloud, I'm out. Or if you guys don't help him, they're going to say, well, they didn't help
I
him.
think I've dealt with very crappy hands.
So all I'm telling you is think about how you handle this, because it sets a precedent for the rest of the scene. And Cuba is one of those countries that's probably going to pay attention a lot. You're just spinning your own way from your
If
country.
you leave, we're gonna need.
And this is 1956, so do the math and add 6 more years. You know what's going to happen in 1960.
Wait, do I got nuclear missiles?
Last week in class.
Yes, I'm gonna nuke you.
You ain't got none.
And if you guys want to talk to Trevor and say, here's our plan, what do you think about Hungary, or what are you going to do?
Anymore? We're nuking them.
You can talk to him at any time.
Hey, I'm not gonna do anything
Trevor.
for them. Just let me know. If I could stay over there, I would.
Mine says that I don't want to, like, if it leads to my own decision, I am.
Well, try it.
Decide if I-
You want me to read it to you? Wait.
Then you can,
All you
if
have
you
to do
want,
is
but I'm
provide
just
their
like,
round.
So if like disruptions come,
yeah.
then I might stop.
And he goes, like, oops. I tripped and fell onto the red button.
Take all my people in the
Want this,
Dude, you're gonna like, it's spring break. They're not gonna see you for a week.
Oh, no.
I forgot.
I forgot. I guess. Hold on.
What's your take?
What are you guys doing?
Wow, that's a lot of
That's
things.
actually, we're gonna annex it.
Okay, so does that mean I'm out of the game?
No.
You're coming right back.
I'll fix this. I'm not gonna.
So you're telling Hungary that he doesn't have the right to leave?
No.
What's your plan?
You guys have anything to offer?
After your comment, no.
They have fruits and bananas.
Right. where
Okay,
you-
gentlemen,
Yeah.
I know you don't personally feel that way,
I say
but
I-
when they gave you Hungary, you inherited their baggage, so to speak.
Baggage.
And in 1956, they really did try and leave because they were sick of the oppressive communist regime in Moscow. So you can't just sit and go, I don't really care.
Okay.
Where we have
Okay, does that look right?
I've been in Vegas since I was.
it. Yeah.
So it's gonna be your turn, and you're basically telling Hungary he doesn't have the right to leave.
Yeah, we're gonna annex.
So he's kind of like a prisoner of the Warsaw Pact.
I hope he's too viable.
Okay, so you grab the microphone and then let's talk about this turn. So if he says you can't leave, then I guess you're coming back. You guys, how you react to stuff is up to you. Whether you tell him or the Soviet Union, it doesn't matter. Okay, so listen, let's talk about when you go DEFCON 1, the consequences of that, if you're looking at that sheet. Obviously, that's the highest defense condition your nation can be on. So that means we're as close to war as you can get. So from DEFCON 3, Trevor, DEFCON 3 was your nuclear submarines are out at sea. But what happens at DEFCON 2 and DEFCON 1?
DEFCON 2 is when the nuclear bombers are ready, and DEFCON 1 is when nuclear missiles are ready to launch.
Okay, so remember, submarine launched ballistic missiles are still nuclear weapons. And NATO countries, when they put their submarines to sea, do you have any idea where they're going to be or be able to see them or target them? They're essentially invisible. That's DEFCON 3. Now DEFCON 2 is your long-range bombers, would be in the air. That just means if you give them a target, they're ready to strike. And then DEFCON 1 means your intercontinental ballistic missiles are fueled and ready to go. From last week, you should understand why that's important. Because some of these that are liquid fueled, it would take 6, 8, 10 hours to get them ready. So when you go DEFCON 1, you're telling the guys in those missile silos, get them fueled up so all we have to do is push the button and they're ready to shoot. So to show that, we'll fill those as like bright red. Not the Soviet Union, sorry. Okay? So that means we're on the precipice of nuclear war. Like, we are on the edge. All we gotta do is take one more step. But they haven't actually attacked or anything. Okay? And then they have launch and warning out. So what else do you guys want to do?
Well, we're going to annex Hungary again, but we're going to send our forces to Switzerland, Austria. We're going to take Finland and Sweden. We're going to launch a nuclear missile towards Portugal. What did I do? For real?
Okay,
it's
so
gonna be
let's do this.
tactical.
Let's do this one at a time. So Austria is a neutral country, but you're going to annex them, so we'll make them pink, just like the other Warsaw Pact states. Okay, and you can only move your forces one country at a time, so you can't go into Switzerland yet.
All right.
It's not as cool, man.
Okay, and then up
You
here,
should join us.
do you want to annex Finland?
Yeah, Finland.
Okay, so we'll make Finland pink as well.
Steven's scared.
And move your,
Oh.
Oh, no.
this isn't Word and it's kind of tricky, but I'm doing my best.
Move your face.
So those were two neutral countries, NATO. They weren't your NATO friends, but they were trying to stay out.
We're also going to take Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
Okay, Yugoslavia is a neutral nation that Mr. Dankelman's in charge of. So you want to occupy Yugoslavia?
Yep.
Did you ask him if he wanted to join before you did that, or you're just straight
No.
up?
You didn't even ask me, you just bombed me.
I would have joined. You don't have to waste bombs.
He's not
Oh, is that right?
No, I'm just taking you back.
Okay, so there's 3 neutral countries that they have invaded or occupied.
We're going to take Turkey, start basically war with Turkey. They're too close.
Who's Turkey, NATO? Donald?
Corey.
Well, it was Corey, but he's not here today.
So how are we defending this?
We'll talk about it.
Also, I want to make word that if any action against this, you're gonna get nuked.
Well, thank you.
Alright, let's go.
We're all gonna
Are you
die.
back again?
Okay,
I guess, I got
did you want to launch a nuclear strike against Portugal?
Yes.
Tactical or a strategic strike?
Tactical, where their army is.
Okay.
I don't want them to be any threat.
So listen, how you do that, grab your binder.
Trevor, what are you doing? Leading us to glory.
On the inside left cover is the launch code. So you tell me which strike package, what the target is, and then read those codes off.
Their army, right?
Yeah, so then look on here. This one's tactical. So remember the difference. Tactical nuclear weapons are like the scalpel. They're still nuclear weapons, but you're not trying to kill a whole city. It's the precision. Strategic is like the ICBM with 12 warheads on it, like we're just blowing everything up. There's a difference, right? Tactical's against military targets. Strategic is kill everything and everyone. So, you want tactical strike against Portugal?
Yes.
Okay, so
Read
then
all those.
read those off.
Zulu, Lima, Golf, Hotel, and Sierra.
Okay, so Portugal, that doesn't mean your country's dead, but that means what armored divisions you have are gone.
Yeah, and I promised you the other day I wouldn't even do anything, Trevor.
Okay,
It's your fault for leaving.
so Turkey,
One tank against
here's the conundrum you're in. You have 2 armored divisions, Donovan, like 2 tanks, but they have 2, 4, 6, 8.
Hey,
So you're definitely gonna lose, but I have a little spreadsheet, I type that in and it'll tell us the outcome.
who's Yugoslavia?
NATO, you have nuclear missiles in Turkey that the United States controls whether they're launched or not. And when it's your turn in a second, you need to think about what you would like to do with those.
And me too.
Well, if you wanted to know where. Hey, come on, Nukes. Hey, come on, Nukes.
Why would I
I'm freaking scared.
Yeah, me too. I'm scared.
Don't worry, don't worry.
So NATO, if you have 2,
He
has 8.
Trevor,
Trevor, you should give me one.
Trevor, I just want like 2 or 3.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
give me one.
Me
Just
too.
one.
Okay, so Trevor,
Yeah. Just
when we
one.
type this in here for your invasion of Turkey, okay, since they have 2 armored divisions there, it's gonna cost you 2, so you're gonna lose.
Alright.
But obviously,
Trevor,
Turkey can't
make sure you
stand
guys
up
mix-
to you,
mix
so
me
they're
up.
gonna be pink now too.
Alright,
Me
alright.
too,
Don't worry.
Trevor.
Please.
Did you just say?
Bulgaria.
It's gonna be escalated, okay?
I just want one.
Now, when it's NATO's turn, they have an option of what to do with those ICBMs that are in Turkey.
They're just gonna blow them up probably.
Hey, give it to me.
But we're going to send nukes to Poland,
Bulgaria.
Canada,
Hey, you forgot me too.
Bulgaria.
Romania,
Hungry or Yugoslavia?
I got
Either
Just
one.
one.
Trevor.
Canada doesn't.
we'll
have
deal with them
nuclear.
later.
Hey.
Also,
Later.
China,
China.
we're going to move his forces into Canada if that's possible. All of his forces.
Guys, you guys are gonna die. He didn't give me nukes, but I can't leave, so.
I guess I could leave. I just want to Some doesn't own his own. No,
He's
he
a
like
spy.
destroyed it.
Okay. So since China was a communist country but not in the Warsaw Pact initially, one of the things that the Soviets have to decide to do is, do you want to give China nuclear weapons?
Who's China?
Luke,
Yes. Give us nukes.
yes, you want
Hey.
nuclear weapons?
Hungary or Yugoslavia? I
Is he
don't
going
care.
to stay?
Are
Or
you going to stay?
Czechoslovakia.
Remember, if you leave, I'm gonna nuke you.
If I leave, I'm gonna nuke you, so I'll just say.
Okay, we're gonna give them nukes.
Okay.
Trevor,
Yeah, my first weekend
come
was-
on, Yugoslavia maybe?
Or-
You already took Hungary back, so it's not like I could do anything.
Wow.
Give Poland some more nukes.
Okay. So the Chinese have 2, 4, 6, 8 armor divisions. You want to send them to Canada?
Yeah.
Canada, are you okay with that?
Of course he is. Where would he be?
Canada's not.
Okay, dude,
Yeah, Canada.
Trevor,
Joined our little group
we
thing.
need them.
Next turn,
Are you
we're
one
gonna,
too?
we're gonna give you guys the nuclear items and be able to make your nukes.
What's that?
What can we do with that?
Why don't you just give
Doesn't
us
that take
that?
like 4 turns to make it?
How many more left?
Oh. Eat your bed. It's like it's all.
Oh, nice.
Someone's gotta do it.
Trevor, did we move nukes into Canada?
Yeah, we gave you nukes.
how many?
2,
I don't
3,
know.
7.
50?
Gotta chase it.
Probably not that much.
1,000?
80?
They had like 40,000 at the time. I think it's
5 billion.
Dude, imagine the crazy border wars going on. I call martial
Well, it is
law.
spring break. We have plans for this spring
Might
break.
as well make the world hot, you know?
Trevor, I still don't understand why you didn't give me nukes.
Yeah, me neither.
We will push,
I
give you
have
guys
been
the
here before.
nuclear
You have me?
blueprints.
You have plenty. All I'm asking for is like 3 or 4.
Yeah, or one. Just like one. That's a lot.
Maybe the tops of 3.
Depends on how many.
Trevor, I want.
Attack chance.
You saw this one, Nick, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
She reached
Is
That's
that
what
such a
I'm
bad
asking.
news
We didn't
that-
want
You
it.
waited one more
If I
turn.
give you all nukes, you guys all know that. Well, we can all leave now.
Really, I'm small. I'm not.
You can nuke me. I don't want to die either, so I'm not gonna nuke you.
Yeah.
I wanna nuke them.
And then she said, no, it's social. I was like,
Look
yeah, I
at
wasn't even an option.
Trevor, look at me. I can do it.
I'm like, 'cause sometimes they're, and she'll blunt like that, or sometimes they're,
Trevor,
Does that look right? Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
they're really
Also,
you're
strict.
just staring
how
at me.
many tanks do I have for
No, you
Western?
have to get like,
Hey, protect me if they try to bomb me.
that exact word, and you're like,
What's your goal?
I just want to
oh,
know.
I'm tired, I have like.
2, 3.
Can I push like all of these up
Can you give me
into there?
nuclear weapons?
Because they're all bordering it. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
These moved this turn, so that'd be 5 against 2, 4, 5, so they
That's
would
really
win.
China.
It's true.
Remember, theirs are better, you just have
Yeah.
more.
I'll just wait.
It's understandable.
So you done?
Yeah.
Understandable.
Okay. So, let's recap that, and here's one of the things you have to think about. While they're doing stuff, how are we going to respond, and what are we going to say to them when their turn is over? It's kind of like being the parent and your kid comes home late or breaks the rule. When they do come home, are you just going to let them go to bed and not say anything to them? Because if you do, that action's going to continue, right? So, let's recap real quickly. We had some defections, so Canada joined the Warsaw Pact. Hungary tried to leave, but was not allowed to. The Soviets decided to proliferate their nuclear technology to basically all of their friends, especially China. Okay, and then to occupy and invade several neutral countries, Austria and Finland and Yugoslavia, and also invade Turkey, which was a NATO country. The problem with Turkey, see how they were kind of isolated down here? The rest of your Western European allies can't really help. But you guys have nuclear missiles there, and the rest of your nuclear weapons, and Great Britain and France have nuclear weapons. So you guys need to decide what you want to do. While you plan that, this is just going to sit right here, and when you're ready, just stand up and tell us. You can move all your forces once, you can change that, you can turn on launch on warning. You can give them consequences and say, if you do this, here's the consequence. And if you don't stick to that, they will push you around. You're the new guy in prison, and you're getting picked on right now. Everybody's testing you. If you don't stand up for yourself, it's going to get worse. Don't forget, there's a couple neutral countries still.
East Germany,
No. No.
Launch on
Cambodia.
Yeah.
Germany.
So you can give me nuclear weapons.
it's a collective decision as the Warsaw Pact. We are all
Enable what?
launch on warning.
Next year.
Okay, listen, here's our launch on warning works. Any nuclear strike that they launch against anybody, the full strategic nuclear arsenal of the Warsaw Pact gets shot at them.
Wait, you
You
didn't move
cannot
our
stop
tanks
it.
to where they're supposed to be?
Do we have more nukes?
That's, it's like an automated, there's no decision to make. If they launch anything, we launch it all back.
All our tanks were made.
So you wanna move?
They were there last
turn
time.
on launch on warning.
They have
Okay,
no more launch.
so let's do one thing at a time.
Look at this, we can launch them at any time.
All their launch on warning satellites.
Wait, do we have?
Hey, I mean,
You had all your great
Yes.
divisions. Like you had everything in West Germany, right?
Why don't we
I
go? It's
chose
actually a
it.
different.
We had, to be honest,
Norway.
right now, because he's probably not saying.
We didn't move Francis in there, did we?
No, you guys, well, and it's your turn, so you can move
And
it
I've been
over.
here the whole time and I came in.
Wait, how many do we have in East West Germany so far?
2,
They're
4,
alright.
6, 8,
How many does East Germany have?
But yeah.
3, Czechoslovakia has 2, and
what
Austria
do
has
I
2.
do?
Austria's a little tiny one.
So it's kinda 8 on 8 right now.
Can we invade those three countries?
Countries, I think, give it 30.
Don't forget to move Norway.
Let's do you want to? You wanna just evacuate Norway,
Let's do
and
it.
their tanks to West Germany, or?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna lose when these tanks from Finland roll in.
Listen to Kyle.
Unless you say, if you touch Norway, you're getting nuked.
But they're
But
part
we
of
can't
us.
do that because then we have to.
They're still over there.
No,
Either way, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, we're part of it.
So
that's not
we
true.
invade those three countries.
I just guarantee you.
We're all going. I don't know.
And to go launch on warning.
We're gonna have some. Okay.
Then we're gonna move.
So we're gonna do full retaliation against.
Are we going to Denmark too?
Oh wait, can we move Italy's tanks to America?
you're just gonna give up Italy?
How much launch did he get?
Well, we have to defend America.
That's-
It's 7 on 8 right now.
Ask him.
How much nukes does Canada get?
But we can't launch them.
We'll talk about it next turn.
Stop.
If you have launch on warning, doesn't that just defeat the purpose? Because then the game's over.
If you launch a nuclear strike.
So then that
That's
defeats
code
it.
negative.
How are we supposed to stand up to him?
You have 3 countries with nuclear weapons.
And he's gonna do it anyway, so it's
Either way,
Welcome
we're
to
all
the Cold
gonna
War.
die.
Welcome to the Cold War.
Let's just bomb the crap out of it.
We move one of Italy's tanks to America.
We just bomb the whole.
We go down in history as that real takes first.
Everyone died.
But listen, there's no winner if that's the outcome. That's what my last class did
So
not.
now it's 8 on 8.
Who cares? It's better, no winner than him.
Cuba has 2 armored units.
Wait, so you go back to the
Just to see what it's
Also, I like Denmark.
like. I just.
Can we just bomb all of Europe?
Wait, Italy has 3.
I have to move 1 to the US.
Logical reasoning.
So you'd have 2 left.
Turkey's to Great Britain. We can still move those missiles if they want.
You know,
Yes.
How about we move them to America?
Consider being like one of the
What do you think? So we can still launch them from anywhere, but we don't want them close to the Soviet Union.
Better than dying.
Horses ride. Horsemen ride.
Okay, but can we move
So
our...
listen, here's one of our problems. We've gone over and talked.
So we're gonna talk to
I
him.
know you're mad at him. I know he's being a jerk.
There's no way we can talk to him.
Yeah. Wait, what's your last
If
name?
you can't come to some kind of understanding, or give him some consequences and say, listen, you invaded
CJ's.
a native country. We cannot sit back and let you kill our friends, basically, and expect us to not do this about it.
Do you want to talk or do you want me to talk?
And I don't even mean, you don't have to stand up like in front of the whole class and yell back and forth. I mean, like, you physically go over and listen to Trevor. Here's our deal, and I get it, you're the Soviet Union, you gotta be East Germany, is our country, but here's the line in the sand. If you cross it, there comes a point where we'd rather all die than
They
live.
shouldn't have their more.
Okay, so should I go?
Or if you go down to DEFCON 1, we'll match you down to DEFCON 2 next term. Or if you turn launch on,
Like, where's
some kind of a de-escalation. And say, if you don't do it, like if you lie to us, Here's the consequence.
How did you win this?
Okay, Turkey just got crushed. And multiple serious soldiers just got taken out. Obviously, the point of NATO is we're all working together. Turkey was a NATO ally, so they just got invaded.
Trevor, you are dying.
C.
No, I'm.
So you've invaded one NATO's country so far, and we've been nicely lying your job. If you invade any more, we're going to retaliate full frontal assault. And we'll match you if you turn your DEFCON readiness down. We'll match you with that. And if you turn off launch and warning, we'll match you with that. We'll match whatever
You guys
do
turn
with
yours down.
DEFCON.
So I took Turkey, and you guys weren't really nice to Turkey. You know, you just kind of left them in the middle of nowhere with 2 tanks and with
Like I
missiles.
said, we weren't moving any forces because we weren't going to retaliate. You
Yeah, we
invaded
were
one
trying to
NATO
keep
country,
everything neutral.
and that's where we draw the line. So if you invade Norway or any other country, we're going to do a full frontal assault.
I didn't really invade, I annexed them. I time forcibly asked.
We don't take too kindly to that here.
Well, what about Albania? You know, they're in our
If you do,
influence.
here's a question you guys have to know about your nuclear weapons. Who has the launch codes? Who has the power to
What about
execute a
Albania?
strike?
They're in
So
our
let's say we
influence.
give Canada ICBMs. Do the Canadians have
We're
launch
going
codes?
to-
Or do the Soviets say, we'll put them in your country, but we control the front line?
And if you
Is it a
There's
joint
a
decision?
line, and if you cross it,
Is it all of us?
Yeah, the line is at the Berlin Wall.
It's up to you.
no, if you
That's
cross
where
it,
you can use this
on
one.
our
I'm not talking
places.
right now to do that because
And are you?
Oh Let's just end this now.
That's what you do. He's the guy with the missiles.
So we should still invade them.
Okay, so NATO, besides going DEFCON 1 and moving up pretty much all your forces to West Germany and a few guys in the rest.
But we didn't move our missiles down.
Yeah, I'll fuel them for you.
Wait, Turkey's missile ours.
Yeah, we're gonna give you one turn where you can decide to either launch those or decommission them from the Soviet system. Honestly, they have plenty.
How much stuff can we do?
But they have more force. So what does that mean if you launch
An
it?
entire force is no longer where
Can't
it
we
is.
invade?
Yeah, can we invade
Which one?
East Germany, Czechoslovakia, and Hungary?
Yes, but can you read the writing on the wall if you do that? What's gonna happen after you do that? Look at how many armor divisions they have in there.
It's better to take theirs out rather than
Listen, listen. The United States, you guys know, if it turns into a conventional war, tanks on tanks, they have way more than you. You might not win in the long run. You might win initially, you might win the first battle, but you will lose if that continues. Because they have so many armor divisions. By the time they get on, by the you're gonna lose.
Oh, they have the one.
Just tell you, choose that course of action, at the end of the road.
try and strategically take out.
They have launched on warning on you use a nuclear weapon.
Exactly, so we can use this.
So here's what I'm telling you. I know you're trying to posture and sell this. But if you go initiate a conventional war, U.S. doctrine at the time, if it's a tank battle,
Just stand up. Either way, we're just lay down.
Wait, so why don't we just tell them how to cross it? Yeah, but when you just
and
stand there.
listen, way to do that is say, listen, we'll back down with this, whether it's well defense condition,
Don't stop now.
where our troops are, whatever. You match it, and then you actually. But if it turns into a conventional war, I'm just warning you, I'm just prophesizing. Your military knows if it's a conventional war, you will lose in the long run. Now granted, if it's a nuclear war right now, we all die. So that isn't really a good option. What I'm telling you is do what you want, but if you don't draw a line in the sand, then it's like you're the mom right now, Kim, and he's staying out late, he's drinking, he's smoking, chasing girls, and you have to say, this is the point where that can't happen.
We're
and
gonna
here's
pull
the
back our
consequences
forces
across it.
in West Germany.
Now, what that is
You pull back your
So
forces.
that's,
make sure you talk
That'll
to
be
them.
kind of
Belgium is right in the middle.
A buffer zone. So West Germany is gonna be a buffer zone between France, Belgium, and
No, we're backing all of our forces out of there. We have to back all your forces
Don't.
I think it'd take 2 months.
If we can't have like, we can't have you
Then
say,
we
well,
take over.
It's all or nothing with the United States.
so if you back off.
And every redneck in Wyoming and Montana has 12
If you
ARs and
consider that,
AKs.
we'll turn off launch warning. You do the same thing.
Yeah, if you turn off launch warning, we'll turn off launch.
So you want me to push all my forces back to where they were?
No, just off the border of West Germany.
Out to the border.
That makes this decision wrong.
And you'll not want anyone touching those 2 countries.
And you'll do the same?
Yeah, we'll do the same. We'll pull back to France, Norway, and Great Britain.
Because right now, NATO forces not only outnumber you, but remember, their armored divisions are better than yours. So if they chose to invade East Germany right now, who would win? NATO would. So consider that when they're coming to you with the deal saying, let's both back down. If they wanted to start a war right now, they'd win right now. So they're in a position of strength. It's not like we're afraid we're going to die, so let's back down. They could win right now if war broke out there.
I would consider it. Actually,
Oh my
talk to my
God, Trevor,
generals.
just do it.
You should.
Now listen, this is
If a
kind of
war
like,
breaks
you
out,
have to be
nobody
brave.
wins.
No, we win.
And they must lose.
Then we all lose.
Yeah.
You,
So if a war
He's trying to
breaks out,
sway it,
everybody
right?
loses.
But it just
My
makes
side forces and
it's hard to do. Job.
It does it in everything we do.
He gets satisfaction out of knowing that he's right. So when you go sit down and talk with them, even if you don't agree,
Just these
even if
ones.
it isn't as awesome,
These ones on the border right here.
it's better than nothing.
I don't know, maybe not all of them.
If they say no,
But then again, you
this is the
So,
one.
then-
If you do this,
Hey.
here's the consequence. Make it very clear and
you
cross
want
the
us
line.
to move my forces back, well, they move theirs.
What that is up to you, but you
We're going
you have to establish that. What's your line in the sand, you know?
He is not invading any more of us. Yeah, we are already seeing overweight.
Have you ever thought about saying, give us turkey back or
All right, Trevor, come here.
You come here. We're
No!
planning.
Oh!
It's just a thought.
Can you go back?
Who's Italy?
And if they want
What
to
are you
get
gonna tell us?
involved,
It was Corey, but I don't know.
that is an issue.
No, I've been in Italy the whole time.
Along with
Taylor, tell him if he doesn't give us turkey back, we're gonna do it.
You plan that, I'm gonna strategically nuke your country.
You were?
It doesn't matter if we nuke
What
you,
was
you're gonna nuke us
Corey?
back anyways.
So let's do
Then what's the
it.
plan?
Everyone
When
wants
they're
nukes.
gone, they all got mixed up. I'm sorry, Italy.
So tell them that. That's
I love your food.
Like if we all want to survive this,
You're gonna have to start agreeing with me.
it's not just us. Like they have to do that as well.
Or what, actually? Give me my binder.
Desmond, don't touch it. You're gonna blow us all up.
Give me my.
Trevor, did you hear us?
For
This
highest
is the line
ranking
of the
official
sand.
talking
You
about
give us
this.
turkey back, or we're gonna
This is the
nuke you.
line. This is where you're at.
So give us turkey back.
Why do you want turkeys?
Back because it's our native friend and we want it. So back off where we agreed and give us turkey back.
Alright, so tell them that. Tell them.
Well, what? I actually have
there you
a
go.
deal. Cause you know, you want turkey back? You want West Germany?
Give us West Germany for Turkey.
No.
Then there's no deal.
Then are you backing off the line or not?
Okay, we want to let the four
Hey, hold on.
horsemen ride.
This is really fun.
You gotta tell me what the target is and read the launch.
If you move all your forces to France, we'll move all of our forces.
And we're gonna blow them up. We're gonna kill them all.
And everybody's gonna die.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah. Don't do it. Bring the kid.
Walk away. Walk away. We didn't ask you.
I step out.
We drew the line in the sand. Now he's out of here.
What is the line?
Wait. They won't give us turkey. They'll have us turkey. They'll give us turkey if they can come with it.
We will give you guys turkey.
We'll all back off the line.
Go over there and be diplomatic and.
What are you gonna do with the citizen in East Germany?
Yeah, we had a deal that you were gonna
We'll
move
move
yours
them.
off too.
We will move them.
And give us turkey.
Yes.
You pinky promise.
Trevor.
No, pinky promise.
That's actually how
You can't break a pinky promise.
Why should we give you territory if I'm getting nothing in return?
Wait, wait.
Well, you don't
Wait.
die. That's one advantage.
I'm making
We were so close to
Okay, we'll move our forces. We'll move our forces if you move your forces to France.
Okay, and you'll
All
give us
those-
turkey. And you'll give
We'll
us
move.
Yeah, where are you
We'll
moving
move
yours?
those tanks, we'll move the tanks from East Germany, Czechoslovakia, and
Austria.
Austria to Hungary and
So you'll
Poland.
back up one country.
Yes.
If
Alright,
they do the
and you
same.
give us
Can they
turkey.
go first then?
Why do you want Turkey?
No,
We'll do
Because
it
they
at the
are
same
our
time.
ally. We want him back.
Yes, we will give you turkey.
If they do that, do they get Turkey back?
Will there be any more nukes in Turkey? Since you
We'll
have
pull out
it.
the
We will
nukes.
move
We'll
them.
pull out the nukes if you give us.
You can
authorization to
decommission the nukes
everything in there
if
is
you
ours,
want to.
and we'll pull back the ones.
We can't move them?
How many?
Yeah, I
forces
mean,
are
take
you
them out of
taking? Just
Turkey.
one?
Oh, I
No,
thought
we're
we
taking all of them.
No, they're taking all of them back into France. So.
So if they move all of their armor divisions out of West Germany and back up one country, you will do the same with yours in East Germany, Czechoslovakia, and Austria.
Yes.
You'll give them Turkey back if they take the nukes out of Turkey. Soviet Union. Is that a deal? Okay,
Give us turkey.
so let's do that. You stand here in front of here so we can see this on the map. Make sure I do it right. Okay. Miss America, will you please? We're gonna do it right now. Madam America.
Miss America.
Miss America. Come stand up here with me. Yeah, make sure that tracks you over here. Okay, listen. We're gonna take a break after this, but since you guys talked, wait, Taylor, let's make sure we all understand the deal here.
Switzerland.
Okay. Explain, Taylor, what's going on here, the deal, and then I'll try and do it as you say it.
Okay.
So I'll start with Turkey.
Turkey. Where are you guys moving? We're gonna move.
Move all the tanks back into Netherlands, Belgium, and France.
Okay, start with Turkey.
So let's move our nukes to Great Britain then.
So Turkey is now ours.
Yeah. We're getting the nukes out of there.
Now, the United States controls those weapons, even though they were in Turkey. The U.S. had the launch code. You want them in Great Britain?
Yeah.
So they're going to move those out of Turkey. Soviets and Warsaw Pact friends, what are you going to do with Turkey?
We're going to move those forces into Soviet Russia.
So back them up.
Yep.
Why is all the Americans starting?
Hold on.
Those were armed with missiles. So Turkey is going to go back to NATO, Soviet Union, but you left and they took their missiles out.
Alright, start moving them
Give me one
tanks.
sec here. Okay, so Taylor, what else is part of the deal?
We're gonna move our tanks from West Germany. Well, 3 to France, and then
2 to Switzerland, or Netherlands.
Switzerland's neutral, you can't go in Switzerland.
can we take Switzerland?
You take Switzerland, I'm going to take that.
Take
That's a
what?
neutral country.
Switzerland.
If I'm gonna take it, you're gonna take it?
Yes.
No one
That'd
takes
be an
Switzerland.
active-
No one takes Switzerland.
They're
Calm
neutral.
down.
That tank is drowning, Mr.
I know
McKelvey.
they can't all fit on the Netherlands.
And then move.
Well, then move them all to France.
You can put 3 to Great Britain. I can't either. Can someone sit down? We don't need everyone up there.
Yeah.
Please.
Sarah.
You calm down.
I can't see.
You sit down.
Okay, so there's no more Allied tank divisions in West Germany. Soviets, what are you gonna do?
Move my Soviet tank divisions to Poland and Hungary from Czechoslovakia.
Wait,
to
I thought we
Hungary.
agreed that we kept your armored forces in Turkey. So we agreed.
And then one more time.
Okay, so Austria is gonna go back to being
You're gonna destroy
That was
that.
part of the plan?
No, I'm asking.
Fucking destroy Maggie.
Okay.
Like she's gonna die.
Do it.
So no one has forces on the, basically the border of the Iron.
As long as I get a murder somebody.
Is that what you guys agreed to, is that right?
What are you doing?
Hey, also, I want the tanks in Italy to move back.
I'm gonna have
That's between you and NATO.
I want the tanks in Italy to move back as well. Because that's on the border of us. We're gonna have a buffer zone.
How about your tanks in Yugoslavia? Because you have two armored
Yeah,
divisions
that's what I
there.
was
To
just
move
looking
them
at.
back to.
Italy and Yugoslavia.
Luke, what are you doing
Do you
now?
guys agree on that?
Yeah.
This is going to be a back and forth battle for a long time.
How's your sunburn, man?
Are you gonna agree to lower your
Oh, look
death
at you.
Okay.
I'm gonna agree to this.
Taking your lunch on mornings off?
Yeah, you're on something.
Turn it off if you turn it
Yeah,
off.
if you turn yours off, we'll turn ours off.
We can do it at the same time if you want.
No.
No.
Okay.
If we have them all on, then we all are okay and safe for now.
How about your
Because
defense?
none of us want to die yet.
You're
No,
both
you're
at
not.
DEFCON 1. You're staying at DEFCON 1?
Yes, I'm staying at DEFCON 1. So if they move anything,
So the US is gonna stay at DEFCON 1 then, right?
Yes, yeah.
So let's,
Do we have enough ammunition here in case they do?
We have nukes in Wyoming.
heck yes.
Do we still right
They were in the
now?
news last week. We have 150 Minuteman III missiles.
we have a nuke in Wyoming. Fear us.
They have two.
We have all
Okay,
Ready to-
so we're both DEFCON 1. We both have launch on warning, but we moved back from West and East Germany. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna. Oh, this isn't recording.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, it's gonna be the Warsaw Pact's turn. Harrison still has a couple neutral countries, so if he wants to do something when he comes back, that's his choice. You need to talk to her.